Bam. Alrighty. Welcome, welcome, welcome. More work on the gene sealers. More work on the culty boys. So we're not going to be doing any metallics to start, so that can go. We are going to be working with some black to start, I think. So let's bust out the wet palette. I hope everybody is having a good evening or morning. I have my coffee and, took the time to relax a little bit after work. So I'm good. I have central air. Well, I wouldn't say central air. I have an air conditioner. So the humid nature of the outside world doesn't affect me currently. It like rained today, but because of how like humid it is, it like yeah, it still feels muggy. Like unfortunately it didn't rain. Like it rained in town, but it didn't rain where I work. So that was fun. Okay. So I should probably, get to doing that whole painting thing. I don't want the bone black. Where, oh, where did my Mars black go? Where, oh, where could it? There it is. Okay, we're gonna get a bunch of black out. Um, because I have a few things to go over. These flaps on the backpacks. Um, I'm gonna do them all black. I've decided because I think it will look cool and it will add a little bit of contrast to the full piece itself, or well, the all of them. And these are the heavy weapons duders too, so they should look a little bit different. So we're gonna clean off the grab and brush. Make sure we clean it off nice and sufficiently. Like that. Get the. God damn it! No escape for you, brush. You're not allowed. We're gonna use the 000 today to start. We'll start with you. Okay, there we are. Okay. That's gonna look awesome. Then I'm gonna do some possibly metallic on the that little bit right there. Shouldn't touch it with my hand. That's a no-no. On the little bit that looks like a screen. Um, and then I'll probably glaze something over top of that to make it look right. There we go. There's that one. Yeah. I have the little straps there that need done. So yeah, these straps I'm going to do black as well. Adds a nice little bit of contrast. Hey there, Cyclone. How you doing? How is your evening going? Or day in general? Now, let's get that. There, and then we're going to come from the bottom. Oh, nice. That is good to hear. I too am actually waiting for stuff to arrive, though the stuff that I'm waiting to arrive should have arrived like today while I was at work, but Amazon, some I guess don't. They're worse at delivering things than companies like in telecom. Which is sad to say, because like, you know, they're the ones that are selling it and supposedly trying to be the best in the game, as it were. That's underneath there at the back, but that's okay. Be able to hit that. That'll look fine. There we go. Next. Next. Okay. Oh, sweet. That's awesome. I am waiting for a book for someone else to repay them for some money that I borrowed, and a like lock picking set for myself that comes with a couple of practice locks. Like a 30-piece set of lock picks. It's actually going to be kind of cool. It's going to be better than the really, really cheap ones that I have. And before anybody says anything, they are completely legal to own. You just don't pick a lock that you don't own. Yeah, it's one of my like peripheral hobbies and interests cuz I think it's really neat, like lockpicking in general and like the whole hobby of it, and there are competitions for lockpicking apparently. Like I'm not looking to get to that scale cuz I would have to practice a lot cuz I can kind of pick locks but I'm not all that good at it. And like all I've practiced on is like master locks that I've bought, and to be fair, pretty much anybody with rudimentary knowledge about how to pick locks can pick a master lock. They are like the worst locks in North America, barring like the novelty, like cheap dollar store locks. Like those are actually worse. And you never know when a skill like that could come in handy. Like, I mean, for legal purposes, not like anything shady. I feel the need to say that. Okay, so I just thought of a fun concept for a D&D character. Um, Essentially, someone who like a rogue that essentially the reason why they adventure and why they like what they need money for is so that they can get the supplies so that they can paint miniatures. Like, even if like I would have to rationalize it in like in world as they like they carve and paint their own miniatures type deal, which I would 100% do. Because, like, honestly, that would be either proficiency in Tinker's tools or proficiency in Carpenter's tools. And then I don't know what the proficiency for the actual, like, painting would be. Because I don't think, like, that is, like, a thing you can tangibly do in 5th edition. Oh, also, for anybody listening who would be interested, I am going to have a character in a book that is currently on Kickstarter for like NPCs and stuff like that. And I'm also going to be looking at doing a like a basic painting tutorial video for another gentleman who is putting together a like a small miniature game of his own, geared towards like completely new painters type deal, like people who have never painted before. So that's going to be fun. Wait, I threw a great ball at a Pidgeot? Ugh, lame. I mean, I probably didn't have it already, but still. Fucking Pidgeot. Scene, which is awesome. Okay, so back to you. Back to you. Ah, I got your tail cat. Now. Yes, I will give you some lovin's. Sorry, my cat is demanding attention underneath my desk. And when the Putums demands attention, you kind of gotta, do the thing. No. Really should offset both of those by like 1 to 5 seconds. It's fine. Wait. Paint. You're supposed to go on the miniature. Like that. Right there. See? You have done what you were supposed to do. You have succeeded in your mission. Alright, you're good. Okay, so those two can go over there. On to this one. Um, Edge. Alrighty. Now let's get that on right there. I'm glad I put a bunch of black on here. Because yeah, there's a whole bunch that needs to be painted black. I see a red door and I want to. And I'm not singing any more of that because I don't want part of my stream muted. Or, sorry, I don't want part of my VOD muted. Let's strap around the back of that. Huh? I got at least half of that painted. There we go. Should be fine. Bumper on the bottom here. I need to do black as well, so that it matches. Bam! Okay. Right. Okay. And I got the strappies right here too. Go. Yeah, onto the boots. So that's the main area where I have to paint the black. Make sure everything's still broadcasting properly. Annoying character concept. Bard, but their performance is mine. I know it wouldn't necessarily work as well in 5th edition because like you don't have to pick a performance skill, you have to choose an instrument. Like it's more musical than it is, you know, what the traditional bard was. Because traditionally, bards in European culture, like in like Great Britain, in like in the Nordic countries, in Greater Europe, they weren't just musicians; they were also storytellers and kind of historians too. When you think about it, because there's a lot of like a lot of the myths, a lot of the legends and stuff like that. That for the longest time, it was just word of like passed down orally and through stories that were told. Because like not everybody was literate, so you know you want to hear the story of Beowulf, let's say. Oh hey, there's a bard in town, and they're telling that story. You get to hear that story and you know experience the lessons that the person who wrote it wanted to wanted to teach. That to me is the way more interesting concept of the bard. Like, you know, anybody who's read Wheel of Time or even watched the show, Tom Maryland. Like, that is the type of person that I think of when I think of a bard. Like, yeah, he juggles and stuff like that, but most of what he ends up doing, as far as being a gleeman, is like telling stories. Like, and you can, like, yeah, there's some stories that are told in song, but like, I don't know. I had a concept for a bard in 3.5 where their performance was heckling, which in fifth edition is just a bard that uses cutting words all the time. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Oh yeah, crack all of the knuckles and joints. Again, I'm gonna probably do probably not an actual candy coat because it would look too different, but probably like a pseudo candy coat, maybe some silver on there, and then go over it with a glaze of something. Shady, thank you very much for that raid. How are you doing tonight? Wisteria, welcome in. Civilian Waffles, thank you very much for that follow. I hope you're having a great night. Opal, welcome, welcome.
I am the hype!
Aster, welcome in. Spidey, how are you doing? Thank you very much for those bits. I hope everybody's evening is going well. I am. Oh, yep, yep. I will caffeinate. Caffeinating. Coffee is love. Coffee is life. Mm. Feels so good. Coffee going in my face. I'm sorry. I am currently painting some Gene Stealer cults heavy weapons duders. Doing some work on their backpacks and stuff like that, touching up some of the black spots. Um, I'm going to be actually I'd mentioned it a little bit earlier, but I'll mention it again because there's more people here now. Um, couple of little yeah, no worries, no worries. They do like honestly, the more human body parts on some of them, you could probably run these for Necromunda. Yeah, no worries. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Um, yeah, these are commission GSC. Wouldn't be for me. I don't play 40k anymore. To be fair, though, I do have some 40k models that are still gray, so which will eventually get painted, maybe if I have the time between commissions. Um, no, um, if anybody wanted to back it, that would be. I'm sure the person running it would be super appreciative of it, and it's super cheap too. But yeah, so with that, sorry. So there's that. I'm gonna be putting together a small painting tutorial for I don't know if I would be able to be a radio DJ. Um, no, no, I'm still on Patreon. Wait, what other site? I know there's what is it, Kofi or whatever it is. But yeah, I'm still on Patreon. It's more that I generally swear as a part of speech. Um, like when I'm on the phone with like customer service, I actively have to restrain myself because with a lot of them, even if you just say fuck as a as punctuation and you're not swearing at them, just like swearing, they'll be like, you better watch your mouth or I'll hang up on you. And it's like, but I'm not swearing at you, damn it. You'll know when I'm swearing at you. But yeah, talking about random crap for minutes at a time, I can do that. That's like at least half of my content here on Twitch. Fucking got a rock star in the house. Oh, good enough. Welcome in. I could have swore you were following too. I have a feeling that sometimes Twitch does that thing that YouTube does on occasion and just nopes followers. Or in YouTube's case, subscribers, because they do their thing weird. Not too much, not too much. Doing some work on the Gene Stealer cult. Talking about stuff that is going on the channel. Opportunities that have arisen that I am jumping on with both hands. No worries, no worries. Nice. That's awesome. You may or may not have a hard time catching here because apparently, ow, some people can't really catch anything in my stream. Oh, that made my eye water. So, how is your night going? What are you up to, monsieur? Not purposely. Maybe it was when I went for a week just throwing great balls on my channel. Oh, 100%. Oh, nice. That is awesome. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that tutorial for cheese. It's going for a good cause. Like his goal is to get new people into the hobby, and that is essentially what I want too. So it's one of those situations where both of our like wants will align. Hey, that could happen. One of these days, I'm streaming and you tune in and it's me in the kitchen cooking shit, but with a horse mask on because I have to keep at least a little bit of the mystique. Nice. That's awesome to hear. If you happen to have any pictures of what you've been working on, please feel free to share them. I am down to see what other people are doing. Ooh, nice, nice. Yeah, that's basically what the color scheme for this is purple, orange, and a touch of teal. I like that. I like that. That's it's nice and contrasty. It's alien enough, like nice, nice. Okay, so I need to rinse the brush off. And actually, I think what I'm going to do for the tutorial as well is instead of doing my normal using heavy bodies to do the painting, I'm going to bust out the Vallejo Games Color stuff that I have and use that. Two reasons. One, it's slightly less intimidating when somebody is mentioning a miniature paint line rather than talking about artist paints. Because generally, for anybody new in the channel, I use like 95% heavy body acrylics with my painting. Because I'm not a huge fan of most miniature paint lines. I do have a couple that I use just simply because I don't have a replacement for them yet. So I don't play 40K anymore. I am not a fan of the direction that the company has taken and quite a few of the choices that they've made. This is 100% for a commission for somebody else. That being said, I'm not going to yuck on the yum of somebody else who does play. Like, I'm not anti Warhammer 40K. Fucking cool minis is cool minis. I just won't give them my money anymore. I will take other people's money to paint GW stuff. And like one of the things that from a painter and hobbyist perspective, honestly, my favorite unit in the Gene Stealer Cult army is the Adelan Jackals, the biker dudes, because they have the biggest potential in any Warhammer 40K army for kit bashing outside of Warhammer 40K. Really. Any of the iconography that's on the dudes is usually pretty small and easily removed. And the bikes themselves have absolutely no iconography on them. Which, when I noticed that, I was like, damn, I need to find like a secondhand box of these. Ad will probably be starting very shortly. I do apologize. But it makes it so that the next 20 something minutes doesn't have any ads for anybody coming in. So, my apologies. I am actually going to chug the last of this cup of coffee during that time and grab some more because, yes, coffee is important. Mm. There we go. I will be right back. Blech. Clean up that purple. Apply the overpaints where at all possible. Okay. There we go. Spidey, thank you very much for that sub. I really appreciate your generosity. You are an awesome, awesome dude. And because you are an awesome dude, like, not including, like, has nothing to do with the sub, I'm not going to purposely kill your character in D&D. That's kind of a given because, you know, I wasn't going to do it anyway because you're an awesome dude. Because I don't purposely kill people's characters unless they ghost the campaign. Then, you know, at that point, your character is fair game. But I wouldn't expect you to do something like that, so... Oh, no, no. The chances for your character being intentionally murdered by me is 0. Now, unintentionally murdered, that's a different story. Like, to be fair, before you started playing, there was at least one... Yeah, at least one session that, had I not held back, it would have ended up being a TPK. And even still, the party didn't get the hint. Oh, yep. Caffeinating. Coffee is love. Coffee is life. Morning, Zokiana. No, honestly, character deaths in my campaigns are 100% due to character choices. And bad dice rolls, because that shit happens. To be fair, any character that I can... I did. That looks awesome, dude. Actually, I think I commented on it. Or, like... Yeah, I think I left a comment. Um... Every character that I make that can take detect magic takes detect magic. And kind of same with identify. Um, Well, see, that's one of those things that I would say, well, if you're sure you want to try, you can try. Just make sure you have the pearls. Identify is a ridiculously expensive spell. Um, what's the worst that could happen? Finger of Death. Sorry, no. Maximized Finger of Death from the Court Sorcerer. Though my favorite was actually Twinned Finger of Death with my Sorcerer. Because one of the, like, yeah, it ends up resulting in an undead popping up. Or two if they use Twin Spell. Yeah, the way that metamagic is implemented for sorcerers in 5th edition is slightly broken. Like, wait, you mean I can cast two Finger of Deaths at two different opponents, and if it kills them, I just permanently have two zombies that are under my control? Yes, please. I've actually never played a wild magic sorcerer. I always go with Draconic, because I want to turn into a half dragon. Though the last sorcerer I made was a tiefling dragon blood sorcerer. Because, you know, who doesn't want to be a demon dragon? And then that character died while he was attuned to the Book of Vile Darkness. And I started playing what was essentially the D&D, the, like, level 19 version. Sorry, the level 19 D&D version of Mugen from Samurai Champloo, for anybody who's seen that anime. Good. Oh, it's one of my favorites. yeah. Like, there are some definitely broken combos. Like the fucking the coffee lock. Oh, I'ma just keep taking short rests. And yeah, see, that's the sign to me as a DM that I should have made the fight a little bit harder. But to be fair, the party does have a lot of healing at the moment. That's the wrong spot. You don't go there. You go there. Oh, fuck. I ran out of Great Balls. Well, hot damn. Ultra Ball it is. Okay, so I don't want that brush. Actually, we're going back to metallics, so I need to do this thing. Pull over the... Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Ooh, wait. Is Grease an artificer spell? Because if it is, my artificer has been, like, failing in the war crimes department something fierce. Because, like, they... Okay, to be fair, the person turned on them, but they kind of incinerated a corpse a couple of adventures ago. It was a high-ranking magister in the kingdom that they're in that tried to kill him or kill them, like kill the party. Huh. Well, now that Wizards of the Coast owns Beyond, I personally consider anything that is not homebrew on D&D Beyond as pretty much like it's the right thing. Um like it's you know, the actual rules. Again, anything that's not homebrew, because there's a lot of homebrew on that site that's just fucking wonky. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's okay. I need to, in the campaign that I'm playing in right now, I need to find a bard around my level who would be willing to have me pay them an exorbitant amount of money to write a scroll for Zone of Truth. Because the way that DM does it as far as like scrolls go is they do the Skyrim style of scroll where if you can cast spells, you can use basically any scroll. Or rather, you can anybody can use a scroll. It doesn't necessarily have to be in their spell list. And we're about to go confront a whole bunch of corrupt sons of bitches. And I want something in my back pocket where they won't be able to lie. And since it's only a second level spell, it'll only be a second level spell scroll, which means I won't have to do a caster check to be able to use it. Burnsy, welcome in. How are you doing today? How was your stream? What all did you get up to? Welcome in, Raiders coming in with Burnsy. But yeah, essentially what's going on in the campaign is there's a bunch of guilds, like many different types of guilds, and three of them. Nice. Yeah, three of them. So it's the Mages Guild, the Farming Guild, and the Mining Guild are all essentially bribing the Minister of Guilds to turn a blind eye and let them do whatever the hell they want. And the party that I'm in discovered this, like basically uncovered it rather, because yeah, they are unfortunate. Um but yeah, so we kind of broke into the mining guild's headquarters and got a bunch of paperwork and whatnot and some correspondence that essentially well, I will check it on my phone right now. Pardon me. um there we go, that one. My pursuit to cure pestilence, I study great many disease, my medical knowledge is quite vast. And how did you cure this? Yes, that is quite accurate. Rules lawyers are not welcome at my table. I do not deal well with them. I'm okay with questions about rules. I'm okay with questions about my rulings. But when, yeah, I'm not a fan of rules lawyers. Because rules lawyers tend to tell other people how to play their characters, I've noticed, for the most part. And that is something that I'm super against. But yeah, so essentially the party is going to take down three of the guilds in the kingdom. Well, at least that's the goal. And essentially my what I plan on doing with my character to you know, keep it all on the up and up is basically after the various parties deny any sort of wrongdoing, pretty much be like, okay, well, would you be willing to deny this under the effects of zone of truth? So I really hope the rest of the party didn't leave anything behind when they went into. No, we are not. That's not gonna happen. Um, the only reason for that is like that essentially is stronger than pretty much all of the ranged weapons within the campaign setting. Like, I think that has higher damage potential than the anti-material rifle within the Savage Company book. Yep, no worries. Pardon me. That's fine. I'm going to be going over this with some more color as well. I'm just not exactly sure what I want to do for the coloration of the heavy weapons. There we go. Hey there, Kevin. Good evening to yourself as well. How is everything in your neck of the woods? Go. There we go. And who else needs a little touch up? You're good. You look fine. You look fine. You look fine. Okay. Well, that is apparently enough metallics for now. Nice. Nice. Wait, your local county fairs have painting competitions? Yeah. But like at the same time, like the amount of damage output with the Savage Company weapons is still pretty high compared to like traditional D&D weaponry. Now it might also be like that too because like the Savage Company campaign setting is it was originally made for Pathfinder. I don't know what that is. I want to have it. But now, like the ranged weapons in the DMG have been kind of wonky, even back in like third edition and 3.5. Like they, I don't know why, but they like cranked the damage output on them up to like 11. Pardon me. Pardon me. Okay, so we're gonna grab some Cad Red here. Aye. So we're gonna grab some Cadmium Red here. That's what I thought. You open when I tell you to open. Holt, welcome in. Thank you very much for that raid. How are you doing tonight? Welcome in, Raiders. I hope everybody is having a good evening. I hope you had a great stream. Yeah, no worries. Okay, as much as I want a 3D printer so that I can print a rack for my heavy body acrylics, I need to get a solid state drive for my computer. I have to spend money on that, not a 3D printer. So, Holt, how are you doing tonight? How was your stream? What all did you get up to, monsieur? Go back to the tiny brush. But yeah, eventually I'm gonna get like a 1 terabyte solid state drive for my C drive so that I don't keep getting stupid notifications from Windows saying, oh, your hard drive's almost full. Bros. This guy they're watching. More games, exclusive, crazy detail. And nice. Sounds like a pretty eventful stream, to be 100% honest. And I love to hear it. Yeah, exclusive models are always fun. That's fair. That's fair. Got to make that green somehow. Okay. This is one of the ones that was like over fucking primed. No doubt. But that also means you were having a good time. You ended up getting into the zone, and like it's that's definitely a good thing. That's how that goes. And the top one's gonna be black. I think going forward, I might not do minis that have already been primed as far as work for commissions. Um, because yeah, it's a fucking pain. It's more of a pain than painting an already put together mini. So, question for everybody in chat. If you were back, when you were a brand new painter and didn't know anything about painting, and you were watching a tutorial on how to paint a mini, would you want to see the priming step? Or would that be better just kind of explained and then, shown what you're looking for as far as a primed mini? If that makes sense. It is a needed part of the process, but is it needed to be shown? Yeah, no, it's like basically I'm going to be doing a like a basically how to paint. Okay. Good to know. Like it's pretty much for super beginners, like essentially don't know how to paint, need to put paint on plastic or resin actually in this case. Um and more about like the very basic techniques than stuff like Xanathol, which is not quite a basic technique because there's actually a lot of thought that needs to go into that. And like you kind of have to plan your light sources and, competition per se, but more max about where you get ribbons. Oh, nice. Oh, neat. That's fair. Well, and like that's the thing is like yeah, you just got to make sure that you don't fucking go overboard on the mini. You just need enough that the paint's going to stick to it. That's fair. That's fair. I can understand that. Okay, I will definitely keep that in mind for doing it because I'm gonna have to build like a little spray box. Yeah. Or well, like basically what my plan for that was just to like basically mention that there are a bunch of different options that can be looked at. Like I do all of my priming with Army Painter Green, which a lot of people are like anti Army Painter when it comes to painting and mini painting and stuff like that. As far as like their rattle cans. But I mean, it's the only like actual technique that I could think of for priming, especially if you're using a rattle can, which most beginning painters probably would be using. Oh yeah. Um yeah. Um I would probably mention rattle can primers because they are the quickest and generally, unless you're going overboard with them, they usually go on thin. Ah, like a Mars Red. Because yeah, like I do the rattle can green, and for the vast majority of the minis that I paint, when it's done, you can't tell what the primer coat was. Yeah, yeah. That is definitely something to keep in mind. Nice. Yeah, I can see how they would be getting issues with that. Like I have some of the Stillenres black primer and yep, no worries. For when I do like the occasional airbrush priming. Um but I mean like yeah, like 99% of the minis that I paint are fucking rattle can prime. But yeah, like this is going to be like a super basic. Yeah. I don't have any GW colors anymore. I am actually really proud of the fact that I've pretty much completely kicked the GW teat. Well, other than a couple of brushes that I have that like are still usable, but I mean, I'm not gonna get rid of perfectly good brushes. Well, I wouldn't say perfectly good, but usable brushes. That's fair. That is fair. Um, the Stillenres Black is actually really nice. I found. It just I need to practice more with my airbrush. I actually, again, going back to the whole Army Painter thing, I really liked the Army Painter Black. Like the Yeah, actually, I think Army Painter calls theirs Chaos Black. Um, as well, maybe. But yeah, like the Army Painter rattle cans. See, I've never had that happen. Oh yeah, hands down, everything that I've seen, and even using it, like I actually really, really liked it. Why? That's not supposed to be black. Yeah, like their rattle can primers, I've never had an issue with. Um, I've actually had more issues with GW primers, like GW rattle cans, than any other company, except for the stuff that they put out for their contrast paints. I actually really, really liked that stuff. But I mean, at the same time, it's basically just like an off white and an off gray, as far as the like a light gray and an off white rather, as far as the two colors. So like if unless there's something else in that formulation that makes it work better than like another light gray. But yeah, the Wraithbone, I actually really liked that. Like I will give credit where credit is due. I would like to find another like off white that looks as nice. Yeah. Well, Tamiya also too, like they don't just have the like the mini painting community that they have to please, but they also have the gunpla community that they have to please as well. And with some of the gunpla builders that I've known, they can get rather growly when with stuff like that. So like I can see that like Tamiya would be a lot more like picky about how what sort of job they do with their primers. Oh, yeah, fair. Well, Tamiya stuff is also again, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Like that was their white actually is really really bad for that, or at least was last time I used it. That's fair. But they're accessible. Yeah. Um, I have my reasons for not using my airbrush more, mainly because when I do decide to paint, it's like ridiculously late at night here. And I don't want to be that asshole neighbor that makes noise at, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I know I could prime during the day, but that um I have my doubts about those. Now, I did see as okay, so as much as I'm not a fan of Ninjon, and it's not nothing about his content, it's more just the way he presents himself in his videos just strikes a wrong chord with me. Um yeah, the little tiny one that he had in his video. I actually I took a look at that and I'm curious about it. I might, depending on expendable income as far as my next paycheck, I might actually take a look at grabbing one of those. Because I have a 3 paycheck month this month, which means I have a little bit more leeway on some of the shit that I can buy. So I might actually take a look at grabbing one. Yeah, that's my thing is I don't have a tank on my compressor. So it's basically constantly going. Well, not constantly, like it comes up to pressure and then it stops. But like I I don't know. I don't know about any of you, but I know if I was, if it was like 2 in the morning and I wasn't doing this, and all of a sudden I heard an air compressor come on in one of my neighbor's apartments. Yeah, it was inexpensive. It has like it's not actually a bad compressor. Like it's a good compressor. I actually don't get any water because it came with the little like vapor lock bear thing, the vapor trap. So like it's, as far as what it is, I think like the next like tier up from this comes with a tank. I just didn't have the money for that one, so I got the cheaper one. But yeah, like if the little like tiny compressor works well, I could just set that on my lap, muffle the sound, and go to town with airbrushing. Oh yeah, like the main issue with the tankless compressors is it's going more, so there's more wear and tear on it. It'll break down faster, and it makes a lot more noise because you don't have that reservoir that you're pulling from. And the fact that you can get, there's more of a chance of getting moisture pushed through, like pushed through your airline, which that you can get around by having the little like vapor trap thing. Though honestly, and this is kind of a non sequitur, kind of not. But if I had the money and the and a passport, I would want to go to that like the one room that's like the quietest room in the world, where there's so much sound dampening, like you can hear your heartbeat. I'm just gonna have to go over that with some more metallic. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh yeah. So I kind of what I want to do for the whole jumping topics again. ADD brain, it happens. Um, yeah, I'm also the type of person that I want to like willingly go into a sensory deprivation tank to see what it's like because it's I don't know it intrigues me. I think that would be a really cool experience. Actually, I would want to do it a couple of times. The first time I would have to be completely sober, and then the second time I would want to be on some sort of psychotropic substance. Because I think that experience would be, well, quite fucked up, to be 100% honest. Okay. Now we are going to. Actually, what? No, I can go for a little bit longer. I can go for a little bit longer. Let's go back to the black and do these ribbed ones. Ooh. So I think what I want to do with the tutorial is I want to try and channel my inner Bob Ross when I do it and try and come across with a very Bob Ross attitude of doing it. Just be like super chill. Like these are the colors that I'm using. If you want to use different colors, okay, and that's awesome. Damn it, I won't be able to swear. That's gonna take a lot of takes for audio. Wimpod. That's a stupid name for Pokemans. Hey there, Loose Frogga. How are you doing this morning? I trust that you slept well. That is awesome to hear. I'm not doing too bad. I am planning on, or I'm kind of brainstorming thoughts for a painting tutorial that I'm going to record for like super new painters. Um, I have I have to write up a brief synopsis of a character to become an NPC in a book that is currently going through Kickstarter. What else? Starting next week, if everything goes the way I expect it to, I'm going to be starting to sell some of the maps that I make for like some of the VTT maps that I make. Once I have the merchant's license all set up for that. What else? I think that's all of it. I think that's everything that's been going on. Other than that, doing that normal thing that I do where I put paint on plastic. There we go. Oh, give it a rest. You are an awesome painter, and that is my professional opinion. You can trust me. I'm a professional. I get paid to do this shit. Yeah, you're just fishing for compliments now, dude. I see your game. I've played your game before. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I know. It's all good. Okay. So what I need to do now. Oh, yeah. I put that down for a reason, other than to take a drink of coffee. Because I need to spin this asshole around. Let's get that reincorporated. Shall we? There we go. Yeah. That's what I got right. That's what I like right there. Okay, let's start doing some glasses, shall we? But yeah, while I'm doing the recording for the for that, I'll probably just chill out in Discord or something like that. Um, and just kind of shoot the shit a little bit and then record the audio separate. Well, I'm going to be recording the audio separate from the video because I would rather mix that in while I'm doing the editing. But I'll probably have to, because I'm most likely I'm going to have to do some fast forwarding of video. Because we've all seen how long it takes me to paint shit. Getting a mini painted in 15 minutes without having to fast forward, yeah, that's even a pretty simple mini. I don't see that happening. At least I'm going to be trying that out for the next little bit. I am, however, I think going to call it here for the evening. So let's clean off our brush. Brush care is important. So, like, basically with that, what my, I'm sorry, I've been on for over 2 hours, and I even stayed a little extra. So we could hang out a little bit. Did that for you. But yeah, so I think what my, well, not think, what my plan with that is I'm gonna be, actually, I should close this before I go over to the couch. Otherwise, I will forget until, like, half the water is evaporated. Then I'll have to throw that sheet away, and I don't want to. Oh, we gotta wait till the end of this.
P is for priceless, the look upon your faces. E is for extinction, all your puny races. R for revolution, which will be televised. F is for how fucked you are. Now allow me to reprise. E is for eccentric, just listen to my song. C is for completion that I've waited for so long. T is for the terror upon you I'll bestow. My name is Perfect Cell, and I'd like to say hello.
Alrighty, so I am gonna go through a whole bunch of thank yous. Because we had a whole bunch of stuff happen tonight. First off, I would like to thank Shady Nasties. Where'd you go? Commander Mittens. Inquisitor Burnsy, and Holt. Thank all of you for the raids tonight. That is very much appreciated. And what I'm going to do, I know they all got shouted out as they raided in, but oh damn it, I have to actually type it out. Oh no. I Shabam. We're gonna go to no. Okay. Commander Mittens Co. Shabam. If you are not following these people, I don't know what to say. You should be. They're all awesome people. Ah, thank you, sir. And uh, oh, haha! There we go. Bam! So yes, each and every one of them, they're all friends of the channel. They're all awesome painters, awesome streamers. And they definitely, if you're not following, hop over, give them a follow. That way, when they're on next, you can take a look at what they're doing. If you like what I got going on over here, you'll love what each and every one of them have going on over there. So, however, we are going to go say hi to Spec Ops Bud. They are doing some painting right now. They are another friend of the channel. Awesome dude. Great painter. Super chill environment over there. I definitely suggest giving them a chance. Probably like what you see over there. Drop a follow if you do. Follows are free. They help out, and we all appreciate them. There is a very good chance that I will be back tomorrow night, unlike my normal Fridays. So stay tuned. I might be making some maps. I might be painting some minis. I don't know. But we shall see. I hope you all have a great morning, great evening, depending on where you are in this weird world. And I will see you all soon. Cheers. Oh, hold on. Now it has to do the start raid. Yeah, it is Friday. Well, tomorrow for me is Friday after I do the whole sleepy thing. But yeah, the normal channel that I watch on Fridays is not going to be streaming because the person is going to a wedding, so no stream. But yes, once again, I hope you all have a great day, great rest of your evening, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.